This is Chapter 9, Lecture 1. We are now dealing with chemical reactions. Every minute of the day, chemical reactions take place. When you eat, we have digestion. Plants deal with photosynthesis. When cars burn gasoline, we have combustion. And we have evidence that a chemical reaction has occurred, including temperature change, for instance, when you burn wood, if we have an odor, if we have a color change, let's say when a banana ripens, if we have gas bubbles, in water, and that could be like an Alka-Seltzer. And in chemistry, we represent a chemical reaction with an equation. In the equation, we have reactants that react and products that are produced. As reactants are turned into products, the bonds, whether they're ionic or covalent or metallic, holding the atoms together are broken and new bonds are formed. Remember, the atoms themselves, though, are neither created nor destroyed. They are simply rearranged. So we should now be familiar with symbols that we use in a chemical reaction. A plus sign means we have more than one reactant or product. The arrow is important. It represents the reactants from the products. This is the indicator that a reaction has taken place. We're not going to worry about the double arrow yet. And then we have our phases, solid, liquid, gas. And then aqueous, AQ, remember, identifies a water solution. So what we want to do is to replace word equations with a simpler way of stating what happened. Iron reacts with oxygen, and then the iron rusts. It produces iron 3 oxide. Two other equations are hydrogen peroxide decomposing and methane reacting with oxygen. A skeleton equation shows the formulas of the reactants and products, but it doesn't tell us how much of each that there is. So iron, Fe, which is a solid, will react with oxygen. Now oxygen is one of our diatomics, so we represent it as an O2 molecule, will react to produce iron 3 oxide. Iron is plus 3, oxygen is minus 2. Number common to both is 6, so Fe2O3, and rust is a solid. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. You don't know that one yet. Decomposes. There's the chemical reaction. There's the arrow. Into water, which we should know is H2O, which is a liquid, and oxygen, which again, oxygen by itself forms the diatomic molecules. Methane, we've seen. It's okay if you don't know it yet, but it's CH4, Methane is a gas that reacts with oxygen. It produces water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is CO2, which we know is a gas. So all of the things that we learned in chapter 7 and 8 are the foundation for chapter 9. And that's how chemistry works. You have to have a strong foundation in order to be successful in the course. So if we were going to represent an equation with figures, aluminum, so here's one aluminum atom, reacts with bromine, which is from the 7H club, so it's Br2, to form aluminum bromide. Now aluminum bromide, we should know, aluminum is +3, bromine is -1, so the formula is AlBr3. So you're responsible for being able to write the formulas. However, we have a problem. On one side, we have 2 bromine atoms, and on the right side, we have 3 bromine atoms. We cannot have that. There has to be a conservation of mass. And that's something that we're going to discuss in future lessons. So that's it for today. Have a great night, and we will see you in class.